Which flight simulator is better for IFR flying practice? That's today's question from Reddit, and the quick answer is X-Plane. So, there's a few things when it comes to practicing and training for instrument flying that X-Plane does quite a bit better than Microsoft Flight Sim. Various features and tools that are built in. The first one is your ability to debrief your flights. So after you fly something like a holding pattern in X-Plane, you can easily press the letter M on your keyboard, open up the map, and be able to see your ground track exactly like this here. If you're trying to practice a holding pattern like this here, and you see that your ground track is quite a bit different, well, you probably know you're not doing something quite right. Maybe the wind correction is not correct. You can easily debrief yourself. There are similar features for when your flying instrument approaches. In X-Plane, you can see a vertical profile of your ground track and be able to see how well you have maintained the glide slope all the way down to the runway very objectively. There's also some great features built in that let you quickly set up a flight exactly where you would like. So let's say you want to practice a hold near a VOR, you can just click the airplane on the map and then drag it to wherever you want to go, and then save this as a preset scenario. You can adjust the altitude very easily. This sort of thing, it's more difficult to do in Microsoft Flight Sim. There's a feature called slewing that allows you to move the airplane around with keyboard shortcuts, but this is much more easy and simple in X-Plane. Once you have that perfect scenario set up, all you have to do is press save flight. You can give it a name, and then you can load that up over and over and over again to be able to refly a given situation. This is something that was possible in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. Unfortunately, the save flight feature appears to be removed in Flight Sim 2024. Another very big feature that X-Plane offers is the ability to set failures. So while Microsoft Flight Sim may have some very basic failure options like engine failure, if you dig into X-Plane, you have things like your GPS or your vacuum system, individual instruments, and all of these are very good things to be able to practice as you're doing instrument training on your sim. And another big one that is quite surprising is Microsoft Flight Simulator doesn't have a direct control for visibility. So if you're trying to practice an approach with a specific visibility requirement and you want it to be right at the minimums for visibility, unfortunately, Microsoft Flight Sim, you can't just put in 2 miles or 1 mile. You have to play some tricks and get it to look close versus in X-Plane, you simply set the visibility. You can set an RVR or runway visual range as well. X-Plane is the way to go for instrument training and practice unless there's some specific aircraft or avionics that you really find is available or better modeled in Microsoft Flight Sim. But aside from that, Microsoft Flight Sim's edge is really the visual quality of the scenery, and all that is pretty much irrelevant when you're flying instruments in the clouds. So I hope that helps. If you have any other questions about home simulation or flight training, please feel free to drop a comment below.